Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. And off we go from Denver. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Nix to the air. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll go play action with Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken. The 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ritter with it after the play fake. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Broncos at 3-9 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
79 Broncos.
Now it's Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ready up. 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Ritter. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Trouble, 38. Check, huh?
Ritter will set up to throw it. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. When you look at this Bronco defense,
this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch out now. 50 few. 10.
They run with Ford. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
22 needle. Yellow. 1. Check.
Again, they turn to Ford. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Strike. Strike. Here we go. Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Fight 60. Hut, hut.
Back to throw, Ritter. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ritter back to throw. Claypool with another catch.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Okay, ready?
This 2nd and 4.
Hut, hut.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Rashee Rice
From 4 yards out.
And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Let's go.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. Down the sideline he goes. He may go.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Going play action. Ritter. That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
The handoff to Ford up the middle.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
3-3. Black Ultra. Ready.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. To throw is Nix.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Off the play fake. Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Hey, one steal. Smash, smash.
This is Ford.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready,
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
On the ground, it's Ford.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Strike. Check, strike. Check, huh?
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Ritter to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That one out wide and intercepted. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Broncos 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Hey, Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion left, Claypool. On first down. It's 4th. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
On third down, Ford. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up Ford.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here we go.
Throwing Nix.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Nix from the shotgun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
10 cycles. Ready. Set, go.
Here's Ritter.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That goes for a gain of 31. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
Here we go. Set. Drill. 52.
Ritter now.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
Draw play to Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On the double.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Down. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here. And that is taken in by Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
The tackle made there by Drew Sanders.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Chase Claypool
from 13 yards out.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Browns 24.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tiger.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Ritter from the gun.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's 1st down.
Set. Check, huh?
To the air again, it's Ritter.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
60 bison, 60 bison. Ready?
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready?